You have the flexibility to get down into the Asian squat, but it really hurts to stay there for more than like 5 seconds, or it really hurts to get up out of this position. So what can you do to improve your Asian squat so it's no longer so uncomfortable, so you can actually get into it and get out of it without feeling like your world is gonna end? If you watch through to the end of this video, you're gonna understand how to build the strength you need to make your Asian squat not hurt. So if you're ready, let's get ready to think right, move right, and feel right. When you're in your Asian squat, you're testing the flexibility of some of your hip muscles and the muscles around your knee and your ankle, and you're also testing their strength at that lengthened position. It may look like you're completely at rest in this resting squat position, but muscles do still need to be active, otherwise you will flop over. They're just not working super hard, but when they tire out, you start to feel uncomfortable. Which means if you're getting down into the Asian squat without a problem, your flexibility is not an issue. You're able to achieve the length in the muscles that you need to Asian squat, but those muscles are tiring out once you're there. The only way to give your muscles more strength and stamina is to actually make them do some extra exercise to get stronger. I guess you could also try to use methamphetamines, but I don't think that works in the long run. What part of the Asian squat do you find uncomfortable? Is it going down? Is it coming up? Is there one specific angle that you feel like, ooh man, I just gotta improve that? Or does your Asian squat feel really easy and you're just here because you're curious to see what's happening with everybody else? I want to hear from you, so drop your knowledge bombs in the comment section down below. So to build strength in your Asian squat position, we got to get into the Asian squat position and work on it in a way that feels manageable so that you can build the muscles around your legs and your hips and your ankles. Feel free to be creative with what you do and how you do it at home. I'm going to show you some options that involve nothing special. I've used this chair in previous videos and people have asked me where they can buy one too, and I have no idea. It's a hand-me-down, filthy, dirty toddler's chair that's been covered in milk, yogurt, and all kinds of other substances. Although I am proud to say my son has never pooped on this chair, and I'm 99% sure he's never peed on it either. So grab your sturdy piece of furniture, and let's say, for example, that your ankles are the ones that feel like they just start burning and they get really weak when you're in that Asian squat position. Well, let's hang on to this, and then let's just start doing little calf raises. Okay, so we're just gonna work on the strength of the muscles around our ankles. We're trying to get these calf muscles to work. They're gonna just keep working. Whew. And we're just gonna keep working and just up and down until those muscles get tired. We're gonna train them to get tired, and then when they start burning, we're gonna use that furniture to just get up. Or maybe you feel like, oh, my ankles get uncomfortable and I want to fall back all the time. Then maybe what you can do is use this as an assist. Think about using the front of your shins, using those shin muscles to pull you forward. Hang out there, and then come back, rest for a sec, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and then pull yourself forward again. Use those shin muscles to maintain this position. You don't have to be a stickler about your spinal position right now. If it needs to be a little bit bent so you can just focus here, that's fine right now. And just fire those muscles and then come out of it. And do that again till fatigue. Hey, big thanks to Melissa, Thomas, Carla, and Cindy for your PayPal donations to support my channel. If you want to support this channel too, use the thanks button or the PayPal link that you'll find in the description box. And hey, don't forget, you can click the join button down below to become a supporting member. Let's get back to your Asian squat. What if you feel like it's your butt or the muscles right here, these hip flexor and quad muscles right up near the top of your thigh? They get really tired when you're down in that bottom position. In that case, you can throw a cushion under your heels here. And first we're gonna fire up these hip flexor muscles, and we're going to just think about pulling the knees in towards our chest. Really fire. Whew, relax. You should feel those muscles working. So you're just firing, and then relaxing. Doing that until you get fatigue. You're gonna feel these muscles working much more than you realized they could. To work on the butt muscles, we need to make sure we can connect our brains to our butts. For those of you who have your heads already firmly ensconced nearby, this will be easier for you. So from this position, hanging on if you need the help to balance, you're gonna squeeze your butt muscles, and you should feel yourself elevate a little bit and then back down. The key here is to focus on feeling the squeeze of the butt muscles. Your brain brain should talk to your butt muscles. You don't want to just focus right now on using the muscles near the knee to lift up. We want to really think about starting this motion with our butt muscles. It's not going to be a ton of motion. We're just lifting a little bit, using the butt, holding that position, getting those butt muscles to fire, and then sink back down. And then do it again. Fire, 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 fire. Sink back down. Keep doing this to fatigue. Really feel those butt muscles fire. And finally, let's talk about what you would do if your knees are not feeling so good when you need to get up out of the Asian squat. In this case, what I'd recommend is we actually start from the top position and just work on controlling the full range of motion, going as far down as we can, feeling strong and comfortable, and then coming back up. We do not want to blast through any spot that feels like you're locking or feels like you're gonna have to like crack through something. That is absolutely not what we want to do. We want to build strength at every position, strength at every length. So if it's only here, that's fine. If it's only here, that's fine. If all of this feels pretty good, solid, stable, smooth, awesome, you can keep going lower and lower and lower. If you feel like working that top position is really not a problem at all, you can also be starting from this bottom position, and then let's work on that coordination piece of firing the butt. Come up, and then once the butt has done its work, then we use those knee muscles, these quad muscles. Then we're gonna use the help that we need to get up, and we can just bounce through whatever range feels doable but challenging. Okay, so we're just gonna bounce there. Maybe it can be a bigger bounce, maybe it can be a smaller bounce, and you're just gonna hang out, bounce, 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 and just keep working those knee muscles until they get tired. So depending on where you feel your weak, painful parts are, you can adjust and use these different strategies. Do 2 rounds for each body part with adequate rest in between each round. So for example, if you're doing your ankle exercises and you're like, okay, whew, those are burning, then give yourself like 60 seconds or even 2 minutes to just completely chill out, let those ankle muscles rest, and then go back and do it again. After you're finished with the ankle stuff, you want to work on your knee stuff, that's fine. Then you can start working on the knee stuff. But when you're taking your breaks, I would really suggest that you get out of the Asian squat position and just let those muscles recover and rest, because it's probably a kind of difficult position for you to maintain, and it won't really feel like rest if that's how you're resting. When you do the knee work especially, please take adequate rest and pay close attention to how things feel. You don't want to push through painful stuff, and you don't want to make yourself so sore that you can't bend your knee. As always, do not cripple yourself with soreness. Like I said, when you're first starting out, doing this twice a week would be a great pace, and 2 rounds for each body part area that you're focusing on with adequate rest between rounds, and making sure you're resting outside of the Asian squat position. If it feels like your body can handle more frequent challenges like this, it's totally fine to do it more often. Just don't jump right into doing it 4 times a day. That's not really a good idea. As you get stronger though, doing this multiple times a day may not feel like a problem at all, because your muscles have gotten used to the position and used to the challenge of being used that often. Now you have multiple strategies to improve your Asian squat. If you'd like more Asian squat tutorials, or you'd like to learn how to touch your toes, check out these videos here. If you want to support this channel, use the thanks button or the PayPal link down below. And hey, don't forget, you can click the join button down below to become a supporting member. I promise I will not use your money to buy another chair like this one. Like, share, and subscribe with the bell notification on. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't.